Hello and welcome to The Point of It All and our review of the ShiftCam SnapGrip. I purchased this item through Kickstarter about 3 or 4 months ago. It arrived about 30 days ago. I wanted to hold off on the review until I got my channel up and running, so here we are. The SnapGrip is a device that connects to the back of your smartphone and provides that smartphone with grips that are similar to a DSLR camera. Does it succeed in its attempt to make your smartphone a DSLR camera? Not exactly, but it isn't all bad. So let's get right into the review. Within the kit, now I got the creator's kit. So within my kit, I got 3 items. I received, of course, the SnapGrip, which you see pictured here. I also received the Snap Pod, which is the extension handle / tripod. And then I received the Snap Light. And the light, surprisingly enough, is really good. In fact, I had a really good time using the light, more so than the tripod stand itself, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, the kit is made up of those 3 items. So let's put this together real quick, attach it to our phone, pair it up, and I'll show you guys what it can do. Put that over there for now. Now the SnapGrip itself comes in a really nice case. It's a tortoise shell case, hardcover, so it'll protect it very nicely. And here's the SnapGrip itself, right? Pretty simple device. It's made of plastic, but it's made pretty well. The magnets are also pretty strong as well, and they need to be for the system to work. On the SnapGrip itself, you've got your shutter release button, you've got your power button here, and you have your battery indicators and your other indicators as well. We'll get into those also. But the top option is the Bluetooth indicator. The next option is your charging indicator. And then the increments of charging or battery life remaining. I did have some issues charging both of my phones. Like the connection kept dropping when I was charging it wirelessly through the SnapGrip. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'll contact SnapGrip and see what they recommend we do with that. I don't know if it's an RMA issue or not, but hopefully you guys don't have the same problem I did there. But let's get this paired up with our phone real quick. And it's pretty easy. You go into settings in your phone. Now, when you first take this out of the box, the charge for mine was at about 75%. So you should be good to go, at least try it out real quick. But let's get into our pairing mode here on our phone. So when you open up out of the box, it's already going to be in pairing mode, right? And your phone should find it automatically. Let me see. Okay, so if it doesn't, I think you have to press down on the shutter release button to wake it up here. Yeah, I see my Bluetooth light pop on there. Do a quick scan again. I should say ShiftCam here in a second. Try it again here. Now mine isn't paired because I already had it connected to a couple of phones, so it won't be, mine isn't going to be in that same mode. It won't be in the pairing mode out of the box. So I'm going to use this pin, this SIM card ejector pin comes with it. And there's a small hole in the bottom of the charging port there that you'll hold down for a couple seconds. And it should put this back into pairing mode. Let's see if that worked. There we go. So you see it says ShiftCam Grip. I just tapped that button inside once and it popped up there. So it's asking to pair it. Yes, we do. And now we're ready to go. Now, ShiftCam says that you can use this grip through a phone case, and neither one of my cases worked. The battery wasn't strong enough. Another problem with my setup is that I've got this kickstand protruding here, and it just blocks it. Right, it just blocks it. But even if I get around that kickstand and try to connect it, it's still not strong enough, right? So I'm just going to drop my kickstand here real quick. I'm going to drop the case off my phone. There. And now I'm ready to attach it to my SnapGrip. In the box, in my kit also, you'll get this this metal plate that's designed for non-MagSafe phones or non-Apple phones, really. But even the older Apple phones would need this because they're not all MagSafe either. But now real quick, when you attach this sticker, it is a sticker, it's adhesive. you have to let it sit for several hours or maybe even overnight. And if you can, maybe even apply some pressure to it overnight so that it really gets a good stick on your phone. I tried to use it right away and it popped off. So just a little word of advice there. But once you have it attached, you're ready to go with your shift cam, or I'm sorry, your SnapGrip. And it's a pretty strong connection, right? Look, it's not falling off. And I'm holding it by only the kickstand, only the shift cam itself, the SnapGrip itself. So it's ready to go. Once it's paired, there's nothing else you need to do to use it. You just have to go into your camera app and then it's ready to, watch this, ready to take a picture. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. Take a picture. It's right there. So that's pretty much it. Now, I mean, here's the issue that I have with this device. Like, it's nice. Like, for what it does it fairly well, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's only a shutter release and a battery charger. Like, that's all it does. It's only going to snap the picture for you, and that's it. It doesn't help you with focusing or exposure or zoom. I think for this to be a really big success, you would need to have manufacturers involved, like maybe have Samsung involved and have them make one just for their high-end phones. Do you know what I mean? And maybe then they could program some controls for autofocus or zoom somewhere, you know, along this extra space, because it's just, for me, it's just a tough sell when all it does is release the shutter. Now, something weird though, like when I say all it does is release the shutter, watch this. When I'm not in camera mode and I press the shutter button, it pulls up the volume, right? It increases the volume. And that's it. Like, there's no way to go down. There's no way to decrease the volume. So even if it did offer that minimal functionality, like it doesn't even do that very well, because all it does is increase the volume, which doesn't make sense at all. If there was a way to tap that button to focus while you're in the camera mode, or if there was a way to change the zoom while you're in camera mode, maybe a touchpad slider here to maybe zoom in and out would be nice. That would be brilliant, actually. But I really think you'd have to have manufacturers buy in, whether it's Samsung or Apple. And I'm not sure if they've approached either one of those people, one of those manufacturers yet, but maybe they should. So let me show you how everything stacks together real quick though. So again, we've got our SnapGrip attached to our phone. And one of the modes that ShiftCam advertises for the SnapGrip itself is this mode right here. Like maybe as a stand for your phone during a Zoom call or whatnot. But the only issue is that most phones are very top heavy. And sure enough, if you just barely tap that phone, it's going to topple over, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't advise you using this mode at all, because you will tip your phone over probably every single time, unless you're taking great care not to do that. But, you know, I wouldn't recommend anybody use that mode at all. But let's get our snap pod put together here real quick. And this snap pod could have some use. I had some issues with mine out of the box though. What's neat about this in practice is that it has a ball joint right beneath the snap pod itself, right? There's a ball joint that you should be able to loosen and tighten and then adjust that pod, right? But when I got mine out of the box, it was locked. And it took a lot of force to unlock it. But once I did, it won't tighten anymore. Like you can see, it's maxed. It's tightened to the max and it's still freely moving. Now I did contact ShiftCam and they want me to send a video of the issue that I'm having. And I think they'll replace it. But yeah, that's definitely, and once you add the weight of the phone to that, there's no way it's going to stay in place. There's just no way. And sure enough, mine did not stay in place. But hopefully yours works as advertised. But let's say it does, and then you want to use this as your selfie stick, you could, right? Mine will not stay in position at all, but you can see it's just not going to happen. But another neat thing about this tripod though, or this snap pod, is that when it works the way it should, it's a nice stand. It's a decent stand. I won't say it's great. It's a nice stand. You can see mine is just not gonna obey. It's a decent stand for Zoom calls, or if you're a content creator, a vlogger, I can see someone using it for that. That would be great. But you can also use it in handheld mode as well. I have a Sony ZV-1, and I have the remote control tripod that they advertise, the Sony version, and it's pretty neat. So I could see someone using this the same way that I use my Sony, but hopefully, again, your snap pod works. And then the last component to this set is the ring light. Now, when I first got the ring light unboxed, I was like, there's no way this little tiny light is going to provide any light at all, like at least nothing I can use for my content. But I was wrong, because this light is actually the star of the show, believe it or not. It's simple. Let me show you what you get with that. Here's the light itself. It's got a mirror there, but I mean, the mirror doesn't make sense because your camera's viewfinder is your mirror as well. You can see exactly what you're looking at there also. But anyway, this charges via USB-C right there, right? Here you have your power button here. And this is also the button that you would press to change the brightness levels as well. But it's got the same magnetic system that the other accessories has. So we're just gonna pop it on the back here. You can see it right there. It's snapped on. Now you are gonna wanna make sure this is facing up, because you're gonna pop that light out like that. And now it's facing your camera. All right, see, now it's facing you when you take your shots. See that there? So we're gonna power this light on real quick. You gotta hold it down to power it on. And that's the first setting. That's the first setting of brightness right there. Let's go up one more, just tap it real quick. That's number 2. And then number 3, and there's one more, number 4. Now, when this is up 3 feet from your phone, it's pretty bright. And it makes a difference on your face. It's nice, even lighting for a light this size. I was really surprised. I'm not sure if this needs charged or not. Yeah, mine just died. It does need charged. It would have been nice if this light got its power from the included battery pack that's in the SnapGrip itself, but it does not. You got to charge it manually, which isn't a huge deal, but it is one thing you have to worry about when you're out doing a shoot. So I'm not going to go over the Apple pairing. It's the same process as the Android version. And the magnetic attachment is the same as the Android as well. I found really no difference in magnet strength when it came to MagSafe or using the included metal disc with this system as well. So it was the same functionality though. It was only good to release your shutter on your iPhone camera app, and that's it. So who would this be marketed for? Like, who would be the ideal person that might want to take a fly at this and purchase it and try it out? I'd say if you're a budding content creator and you're looking to get into the business with an inexpensive, setup, you already have a camera phone that probably costs a lot of money if you have an iPhone or an S22 Ultra like I do. They're not cheap, so you've already got some money invested. And maybe before you go all in, you want to just try out, something that's a little cheaper, with a setup like this. Are there cheaper kits for beginners? Yes, there are, probably. But they don't have the neat magnetic attachment. Now, this also is a battery charger for your phone, and my experience wasn't the greatest. For some reason, it kept dropping the connection to charge my phone. It would just time out with either phone, the Apple or the Samsung Galaxy Ultra. And I'm not sure what was going on with that, but I tried it multiple times, and every time it would lose the connection. So I know it's not the metal disc on my Samsung, because the iPhone has MagSafe, and it was doing the same thing. It was dropping the connection to wireless charging. Also, this gets very, 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 very warm when it was charging my phones wirelessly through the the wireless plate in the back. So I maybe keep an eye on that while it's charging until you know that it's going to do a good job for you and be safe. Other than that, I mean, can I recommend this for $130? For me, no. I wouldn't buy it again because not just the quality control issues that I've experienced, but with my knowledge of vlogging and just from my limited experience with it, I know there are cheaper options out there. But if someone gave it to me as a gift, I might consider it. It's just a lot of pieces to carry around to do one thing, and that's to take a picture. But that's to press my camera button in the app. Like if it offered more functionality other than charging my phone, I would probably give it a higher recommendation. But for now, I mean, unless you're a gadget guy and you want to carry around some extra equipment, I don't know. I won't say it's a must-have for anyone. But if it worked the way it was intended 100%, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. But considering the issues that I've had with my setup, I'd probably give it a 2 out of 5. And the 2 is just for the concept alone, because it's a pretty neat concept. So that's going to wrap this review up, guys. Hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll let you know. I'll give you the answer that I have. I'll let you know how it works out with the manufacturer as far as getting my tripod replaced. Also, I found it odd that you can't buy these metal plates separately yet. ShiftCam said that they're aware of that and they're working on it. And they even offered to place a manual order for me once they did go live. I haven't got back to them yet. But if you have multiple phones and you want to, use this system with multiple phones, you would need, and if they weren't Apple phones, you would need more plates. So yeah, they need to offer that like ASAP, I think. And also, these covers aren't going to stay on there forever. At some point, they're going to wear out, and you're going to want to replace them anyway. So it's good to have extras, I think. And one more thing regarding multiple phones. This grip does not remember multiple phones. So if you unpair it, you have to repair it again to your phone because it only offers one connection at a time, which I thought was very odd as well. It doesn't have multi-connection Bluetooth. So yeah, keep that in mind. That is it, guys. Going to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please be sure to tune in for more reviews and commentary on my channel. And please hit the subscribe button if you like what you hear and see. Thanks.